Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Moo Moo here, back with another video. As always, make sure to milk that like button and moo on the subscribe button. And today, I'm doing an all my pets video, and I just got a haircut. Comment below if you like it, and if you don't, too bad. Well, okay, so I got some new pets, and I think you really like them. It's because I got these from the Keys, and they're very tropical, and my hair keeps standing up, and it's annoying me. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, so first we have our curly-tailed lizards. These are invasive species to Florida. They eat mainly insects and they eat small crustaceans, small fruits. They're omnivores, and they'll eat these flowers that grow on the side of roads sometimes. You might see them. I don't recall what they're called right now, but and it grows on a vine too. These guys are super cool. They look like dragons. They have a little bit of spikes on their back if you can't see from here. Let's see. Yeah, my camera doesn't really pick it up, but they're very awesome. They're very, very fast and skittish. That's something I have known about them, especially catching them. When I was trying to catch these guys, it was so hard because there was millions of them, but they kept running away and hiding. Sometimes these guys will live in burrows. So that's really it about these guys. Okay, next we have our southern toad. These guys are native to Florida. I didn't catch him, actually. My dad did, and he was a lot smaller when we first got him. We fed him a lot, and really, what toads do is they just sit there and eat. I mean, I think they're cool. They're easy to take care of. They just look cool. I mean, this guy was a lot bigger. If you look in one of my previous videos where I took out Big Jeff and this toad, you can see. These guys eat mainly insects. Their range is throughout more northern Florida, I've noticed. And these guys are pretty cool. Next pets. Okay, so my next pet, I'm going to talk about my tree frogs in a group here. So I have my barking tree frog, the pine tree frog, and then there's a Cuban tree frog in here named Big Jeff, which I can't really find him right now because he's hiding, and I don't want to disturb him. So these guys will eat mainly insects, sometimes small anoles, lizards, and sometimes even other frogs that are cannibalistic. They'll eat the same species as well. This guy was also a lot smaller when I first got him. He grown a little bit, not as much as the toad, but yeah, these guys are pretty cool. The barking tree frogs make an interesting noise at night and in the morning. We always hear him. He makes a lot of noise, and he's starting to grow his warts, which is perfectly normal for barking tree frogs. He'll have them all over his body, which at least that's what I've read. And these guys are really cool. And on to the next pet. Well, actually, no. I haven't explained about the pine tree frog yet. Sorry. These guys are actually native to Florida. They're not an invasive species. And you can tell them, well, sometimes they're white, but sometimes they'll have two stripes on their back. And you may get them confused with the Cuban tree frogs, but you really shouldn't. It's because the Cuban tree frogs are an invasive species, and they shouldn't belong here. So now on to the next pet. Okay, right here we have our rough green snake. These guys are native to Florida. I got him at a reptile convention, but you can find these guys down in southern Florida, like kind of the Everglades and Miami area, and I bet probably even in the Keys. That's where I caught the curly tails. And another pet I'm going to show you in a minute. But these guys become very friendly whenever you get them tamed down. I mean, he almost ate off my arm earlier, and you can hold them. I don't know why, but people say they're not a good handling snake, but I think they're amazing to handle. They're a little bit active, but once you get them kind of settled in, they'll sit there and just enjoy themselves. These guys will eat mainly insects, sometimes small anoles. There isn't really a big variety of things these guys eat, but they're very cool. I love the color on them. The difference between a rough green and a green snake is, well, there's basically no difference, but it's just the rough green has a little bit rougher scales, and you can kind of see them better, and that's really the only difference. Next pet. Oh, my camera's not focusing. Hold on. It's focusing on that. Hold on, I'm gonna open the cage right here. Okay, so next pet is my brown and green anole. That's right over there. These guys well, the brown anoles are especially invasive species. I'm not really sure about this green anole because there's Cuban green anoles and then there's the native Florida green anole. Well, they're kind of the same color, so they're hard to decipher, but these guys are really awesome. The brown anoles are way more active than the green anoles. If you have them as pets, you can find that out. And they're also more aggressive. They're very territorial. There's fights in my tank all the time. I have a bunch of brown anoles in here. There's one down there. I think you can't really see him, but then I have a few in here. I can't find them all right now. But these guys will eat insects. I haven't really seen them eat anything. Well, they also eat worms. I've seen them eat grubs and stuff. Oh, that scared me. One of my curly tails just ran around the tank. Yeah, the brown anoles are very aggressive hunters. The green will wait for a little bit. This morning it was challenging to get him to eat because he'd always come up here when there was no crickets. And he was like, where's all the crickets? So I had to kind of scare him up here and then dump some crickets in front of him and then he ate. But these guys will become pretty friendly and used to you once you get them tamed down. I caught these guys wildly. Same for most of the things in my tank. And yeah, on to the next pet. Oh, geez. Okay. Huh. Okay, so now we have a land hermit crab. Oh, geez. Okay. Well, he's pretty active. Whenever you take them out, they're pretty skittish. They're not like, other hermit crabs that just hide in their shell. They're very cool. They eat they'll eat dead insects. Mainly fruits. They'll eat stuff that washes up on shore, on beaches. Yeah, he's cooperating now. But he's very cool. I caught this guy wildly. Oh, jeez. Okay, wait, okay. I don't think he can get out of there. Oh, no, he can. These guys will try and pinch you, so just be careful with that. You can buy these at your local pet store, but I caught this guy wildly. He's not really that tamed down yet. Same for the curly tails because I caught these guys like maybe a week ago. But he's very cool. He eats a lot of dead insects and dead plant matter, which is pretty good for your tank if you have a terrarium like mine. I put some oranges in there. He didn't really seem too interested in them. He likes the dead plants better, and then whenever there's an insect that dies, he has a very pretty shell. This is a natural shell. I don't know what kind of snail this comes from, but he seems like he's outgrowing it right now a little bit, so we might have to get him a new shell. This is him fully out. He's trying to pinch me. Okay. Well, these guys I think are native to Florida. I'm not 100% sure. I haven't done too much research on them, but on to the next pet. Okay, here's a better shot of the hermit crab because it was kind of dark in the area I was in. Yeah, he's very pretty. He has like a bit of blue claws right there. Well, anyway, now it's on to the next pet. Okay, now guys, we have my yellow belly sliders. These guys are super cool. They're literally garbage disposals. They say that about just snapping turtles. Oh geez. Oh, please don't fall in the water. I hope he doesn't because oh wait, oh he scared the turtle. Oh well, okay. I'm just gonna watch him. Yeah, these yellow belly sliders will eat a lot. They eat insects. If you put them in there, they'll actually hunt them down. Oh, he's gonna fall in the water. Oh no, he felt the water. Okay. I've never seen him that close to the water. It's scaring me because I know these guys can drown. Okay, sweet. Okay. Well, seems like he will cooperate with a sub, well, I don't know what to say about that. But half water and half land. Yeah, these yellow belly sliders will pretty much eat anything. They're omnivores. They'll eat plants, dead plant matter, insects. As you can see here, they were eating a dead cricket. They will also eat fish occasionally. You could really put anything in there that's edible for most reptiles and they'll eat it. So I have two in there. One's named Myrtle and one's named Shelly. I haven't come up with names for everyone in the terrarium, so yeah. Well, these guys are pretty cool. They have a nice pattern. These guys are just babies. They get a lot bigger than this. You can go to your local pond. You could probably find a lot of these that are a lot bigger than this. And while we're in the aquatic section here, there's just a tiny bit to talk about. I'm not going to mention the snails because I don't know what species they are, but so we have mosquito fish right here, which they'll eat whatever the leftovers of the turtle has. They'll eat turtle food too. And then we have these platies that I like them. It's because they're I don't know, they kind of look like what are they? Well, I forgot what they are, but they just look nice. And they look different from the mosquito fish. There's a few in here. I don't know where the other ones went. Things have probably eaten them. I don't know. Oh wait, there's another one right there. But yeah, I really like these guys. I used to have cichlids in here, but they always fought, and it just kind of broke my heart that I was seeing one cichlid that was smaller than the other with like no tail left. But they actually grow it back, but still. They're pretty territorial. And then something else I also have in here, which I don't think I could find right now, is an Asian swamp eel. If you check out one of my videos, there's a picture of him. Actually, you know what? I think I'll try to find a picture of the eel at the end of the video. Let's see if we can find him. They like to hide in rocks and mud and stuff, so he kind of just crawled out of this and then went straight into the rocks. You'll see him occasionally pop his head out to see if there's any food or anything. They'll eat, they're an invasive species to Florida, and they have taken a toll a little bit on the ecosystem. They'll eat a lot of different things. They'll eat fish, worms, pretty much anything. I mean, they get big too. This one's only a small one. They'll get to like 3 to 4 feet long. This one's only maybe 7 inches, so this guy's got a lot of growing to do. I'm sorry I can't show him right now because he's not poking his head out like I said. On to the next pet. Okay, we're on to our next pet, and I caught these guys just yesterday actually, and I set up a small tank for them. I'm putting up a tank setup video and where I caught them a little later on. I don't know when I'm going to post it. But these guys are really cool. These are 5-line skinks. I caught 2 of them in rotting logs. They like to kind of burrow around and stuff. That's why I put a lot of stuff in here for the hide.
In the other video, we showed you the woods that we explored.
Yeah, which I haven't posted yet. These guys are very pretty. Sometimes you'll see them with blue tails. They're very smooth. These guys will eat, I believe, insects and worms and grubs and stuff like that. Pretty much everything you'd find in a rotting log. It's because that's where you're probably going to find them most of the time. You'll also find these guys just out and about. I think these guys are native to Florida. I'm not 100% sure. I was looking around on the internet and I couldn't find anything about that. But I've seen these guys out and about sometimes when they look for food, and they'll sun themselves too. And these guys are just super cool. I love the pattern on them. I just love the colors. On to the next pet. Okay guys, here's something I haven't shown you guys yet. We started a saltwater fish tank, and it's really cool. We got some fish from the Keys. Some of the stuff died, but we have some fish left. I mean, that crab's clearly dead. But we have what we don't know is either a goby or a blenny. We're not 100% sure. They're pretty territorial. They'll be aggressive sometimes. I have noticed that. In fact, I caught these on a rod and reel, and what I did is I just kind of bounced up and down a piece of squid, and they only like struck at it whenever it moved. So these guys are pretty cool. And then I have right back here a damsel, which is beautiful. I don't think you could see him. He's kind of scared. Let's see. There's a better shot. They kind of looks like sheep's head a little bit. They have black and white stripes on them, and they have like a little tint of green or yellow, and it's really cool. So we haven't had any live rock in here yet, but we're gonna try to get some. And they all eat kind of the same thing. The damsels back here, I think they eat mostly dead stuff and just leftovers from other fish. but these guys will eat both live and dead. We've put pellets in there and they've eaten them. And we've put small shrimp and they've went after them. We didn't see them eat them, but they're clearly not in here anymore. So, and they're freshwater, so they're clearly eaten somehow. And on to the next pet. Okay, guys, we're going back to the terrarium because I forgot to mention one more. There's one more in here, but you don't really see him right now. But there's a gecko in here. I'm not 100% sure what species they are. They could be many different species. I think there was like 6 or 7 different species that look like these guys. But they can be pretty aggressive. I have noticed. They're skittish from humans, obviously. These guys, depending on what species they are, they're an invasive species or it's native to Florida. Here, let me see if I can move this leaf a little. See if I can get a good shot of him. Oh my gosh.
Logan, concentrate.
There he is, or she is. This one's a female right here. I have a male in here that actually has a tail. They're very pretty. I love their eyes. Come on, get scared out. There you go. I got this one out. In captivity, they seem to come out during the day a lot because they don't really have any predators. They're pretty tamed down by now. They tame pretty quickly, honestly. I mean, they're not that tamed, but I caught these guys maybe 2 weeks ago. And, I mean, they're not as skittish as they were. And before, they wouldn't even get on this log before going under it. But now they're pretty tamed. The male seems to hide more than the female. And it's pretty cool. But here, while I'm doing this, I'm going to mention another pet because it just came out right now. I don't even think you could see it. It's a ringneck snake. I've never even shown you guys this. They eat mainly worms and they're pretty aggressive. These guys are actually venomous. It's like a bee sting whenever they bite you. But it's very rare for them to bite. It's because they're pretty small. And I think I see my Cuban tree frog down there too. And hold on. Let me try to get a good shot of this ringneck snake. I probably can't even. Oh, let's see here. I don't even think you guys can see it. Yeah, I just can't see that. Whatever. Here, I'll try to scare it out for you guys. Or maybe just lift the log. Hey, gotta get my curly tail lizard off. There we go. Okay. Oh wait, no. No! Okay, there you go. Scare Big Jeff out. So I can show you guys. These guys don't really get tamed. Or Big Jeff hasn't really gotten that tamed. Oh, yeah, that's a lot better shot. I've never really gotten him out before. Okay, let's see. See if I can get him out real quick. Where'd he go? Oh, he's all the way back here. I don't know where he went now. Oh, there he is. Well, as you can see, these guys can't be skittish. Here. Now I can get a pretty good shot at him. He is raw. Oh, wait, no. Did he seriously just go under that log? Let me scare him out one more time. There we go. Did he come out yet? Well, he's in that moss. Don't know if you can see it. Yeah, he's a black snake with a ring around his neck. And these guys are actually, I believe, native to Florida. And they're pretty much all over the United States. They're awesome. They are pretty aggressive. They eat salamanders, worms, and other insects. They like to spend their time in dark places. They'll come out occasionally. I'm surprised this guy didn't crawl into the rocks. He probably can't even fit. But they have a little... Well, actually, it's a lot of different colors, the ring. Depending on the kind, there's a yellow ring, I think a red ring, a pink ring, There's a lot of different kinds. The really only ones I've ever seen were yellow rings. I think that's the ones that are native to Florida. I bet there's probably other ones. But here, maybe try to get him out real quick. Come on. Come on, buddy. Please don't musk on me. Okay, there we go. Got him out. This is him right here. He doesn't know what to do right now because he's just got caught by a big animal. And they're very active. I mean, you'll see them come out sometimes. What's on their bottom right here? What's wrong? Well, this guy's pretty cool, and on to the next pet. Okay guys, so this is my last pet. This is just like a little house spider, I think it is. It may be a baby wolf, I'm not 100% sure. I just found it in my house and I decided to keep it. But, it's pretty cool. I like him. Oh, it looks like he didn't eat his cricket yet. I don't know where he is right now. I think he's hiding in that over there, or he dug a burrow in there or something. But this is kind of what I have him in right now. He's very small. I used to have a bigger wolf spider, but it escaped. But, yeah, this is the last pet. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, make sure to milk that like button and moo on the subscribe button. And I hope to see you guys later. Keep on mooing. Peace.